Memories. Yes, memories from the treasure box of my experiences. And I'm going to share a beautiful, divine, amazing experience from this treasure box with you today. A trip to Hemkund Sahib in this month of June in the year 2015. Hemkund Sahib. The 10th Guru of Sikhs, Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji, used to meditate on the banks of Hemkund River at the height of 4,329 meters. And I was there, being on a wheelchair. Best time to visit is June to October month. From Govind Dham to Govind Ghat, it's about 10 to 13 kilometers of a trek, and it takes 2 to 3 hours by mule or ghoda, and about 4 to 6 hours trekking. But I took a helicopter which only took 8 minutes. So I took a ride in the helicopter from Govind Dham and reached Govind Ghat. It was about a kilometer of a walk, but that also was not possible for me from the helipad. So I hired a pithu, a guy who carries you on your back, and so I was in my manual wheelchair. So he held my manual wheelchair on his one side on his one shoulder, and I was in that bag. He was carrying all my weight in the bag. He was around mid-age, and he walked me through all those rocky paths to get to the Gurdwara. We stayed the night at Govind Ghat Gurdwara and decided to leave early morning for the Hemkund Sahib trek. So the planning was done in the night, and they called the guys who were going to take me in the palki in the morning for that 6 kilometers of a climb, the hard climb. And some people decided to walk all the way. Some people decided to take horses from the very beginning of the trek. Some people wanted to take the horse as they would get tired. They would decide on the way. So we started on this trek at 5 a.m. in the morning, and it was so cold. I was loaded with jacket and top of that sweater and the jacket again, because it is high up in the mountains. So wearing that cap, monkey cap and everything. I must tell you that I was amazed by these 4 Nepali Maharathis who were carrying me in that palki from the 4 corners. I was like this. I was with my closed eyes taking up that climb with them, and all I was chanting was Vaho Vaho Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Vaho Vaho Guru Gobind Singh Ji, because I did not want to look on the right or the left, because I knew that if I would look I would get scared. But whenever I would open my eyes, when I would hear noises from people around, then I would open my eyes and I would see these 4 Maharathis walking up those high steps and the steep slopes. And it was like, so I was so thankful to them. And then there is another 3 kilometers of the walk, because I was in the palki, which is at that time of the season, when it's rainy season, the glaciers are there, so thin ice glaciers. So they walked me through those narrow thin glaciers, and when I would open my eyes in the middle, I would just see, and it was so scary to see that just glaciers everywhere, and they're walking through those thin lines. And I knew that if they would slip just a second of slipping, and we could just fall down. But they had such a strong grip on such a strong grip on those glaciers that it was amazing. I mean, it is it is not possible for me to say that in words. It was just a beautiful, divine, amazing experience. So we walked through those glaciers of 3 kilometers. The only time that they stopped in the middle was to have a tea and parathas. So they put my palki down, helped me get out of it, and so I could just stretch my legs a little bit and sit on another seat. So that's all that they stopped, and we went on that trek, continuous trek. 5 hours of that beautiful experience through the glaciers and the steep slopes. I reached the Gurudwara finally at 11:30 or so, and more and more blessings waiting for me. I did not stop anywhere because there was no way I could sit there in between the snow. People would just walk up, sit on the steps of the Gurdwara, or even on the floor. But since I could not sit on the floor, so they took me right to a point where the Sarovar is there. So they helped me down, and then I sat on my tripod, and I was just looking at the beauty of that place, the divine beauty of that place. So the sun was at its peak, and the snow was glittering like diamonds and gems, and I could see those Nishan Sahib symbols of Nishan Sahib on the snow. So it was like a beautiful sight to see there. And then so they helped me, and they said that I think I should take a dip in the Sarovar, and I was not able to do that. But they have this separate room for the ladies where they were ready to help me, all the people around there. And even my Sangat had reached, some people had reached there. My niece was there, she had reached there. So they took me inside. They said, no, you have to take a dip. So I was like scared, how will I go into the Sarovar? But they said I could do it in that small tented place. So I went there, and I took a dip, and I was so happy that I was blessed and I could do that also. And there were people who told me, one Babaji over there, he said, you're very lucky today. The sun has come out after so many days, so many months. And I knew it in my heart that this is all because of me. God wanted me, Vaheguru wanted me to do the best darshan and to even take a dip in that holy water. So I was so happy, and I was smiling to myself that, God, you're so kind, you take so much care, you listen to every prayer, you just fulfill every desire. There are no words I can express that feeling of that divine dip and that divine experience of the Gurudwara. Friends, I am so overwhelmed and so happy that I have relived that experience which I wanted to while narrating this experience to you. You have to visit this place. Even if you're not religious, it's not for religious reasons, but I'm sure once you go there, your experience will be such that you are just going to be probably more overwhelmed and more happy than what I am. Everybody has to have their own experiences to this divine journey of Hemkund Sahib. If you like my video, don't forget to hit the like button and also share it with your friends and family. Keep watching Wheelchair and I for more updates and more beautiful experiences from me, Pamu Pravinda Chawla. See you then. Bye bye.